previous one, talking about non-parental care between infants 0 to 3, and the effects of non-parental care. Now we see non-parental care in itself is not bad, right? However, there are certain variables to it, which you could classify under two main qualities, such as quantity and quality. Now, when I say quantity, it's how much time that infant spends in the non-parental care environment. Is it 60 hours plus per week or so? And when I talk about quality, it's the quality of the care that is being given, right? Is the daycare comfortable? Is it warm? Are the personnel's more stable? Is the daycare switching personnels every week? Now, as oblivious as it may sound, daycares that change personnel every time, your kids have to see a new face every morning they show up to school, it affects them. Now, of course, if we do the opposite of everything I'm saying, the opposite of the quality and the quantity, which is, let's say, the child exceeding 60 hours plus in a week, at in a non-parental care environment, or the quality is poor, we see it's associated with increased anxiety, aggression, emotional irregularities. The kids being unable to form good relationships, or they have a very aggressive approach, shouting approach towards things, right? Now, the at this age 0 to 3, the brain is very sensitive, and there's so much going on, and the kids do not need that fight or flight environment. So we should be very picky as far as daycare is concerned. Very picky as far as taking care of the child in general is, and you realize that there is a way around this somehow. It's not really backed by so many studies, but I have read it before, where the time that a parent gets to spend with the child, even if that child is in non-parental care, like when you have time off work and you're home, if you're able to do your skin to skin with that infant, you're able to bond with them. you know it can regulate some of the distortion, right? Of course, it would depend how much time the child already spends in a non-parental care environment during a given week. But coming home, being able to bond with them, it kind of reduces, it regulates the distortion. It regulates the irregularity. Is it 100% success rate? I cannot tell you for sure, but every time you have with them, if you're a busy person, I would advise you bond with them as much as possible. And if you have that free day at work, that off day at work, I think you should bond with them as much as you can. I'm gonna make more videos of this as I lay my hands on more. But yeah, in the meantime, I wish you all the best with your young infant, and yeah,